This is CNN. More people get their news from CNN than any other news source.
If you can keep your head when markets all around you are losing and you can't see a way through, if you can trade and not make money your master, meeting triumph and disaster in equal measure, if you can run with the bulls and not be afraid of the bears, for when we come together, we will make sense of it all. And what is more, my friend, you will be profitable, for you are indeed watching Quest Means Business.
Connect the world with Becky Anderson.
It all starts here. Changing, fighting, creating, connecting. That's why we're here. We live here, we work here, we're from here, and we'll go wherever the story takes us.
I'm Becky Anderson in Tehran.
We are in Jerusalem. Real news that shapes our world. Exploring not just what's going on, but why.
I just want to press you on one further point.
Getting perspective on this region from this region. Places that many of us know, but few of us get to see. Observing countries on the move, still rooted in tradition. It all starts here, and that's why we're here, bringing you the world from our Middle Eastern hub.
Connect the world with Becky Anderson, Monday through Friday on CNN.
This is CNN.
The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
This group is preparing to take part in an experiment. One that's meant to show them the simulation.
Thank you, everybody.
Danny Goler created the test, which consists of two parts, a psychedelic drug called DMT and lasers.
DMT stands for dimethyltryptamine. If you smoke it, it produces the most psychedelic explosion known to man. Just in case somebody is not fully aware, this is a big experience. The main jarring factor is the speed. It comes on really fast. It will surprise you, even though I said this to you. It will still surprise you. What I discovered is that if you couple DMT with the use of diffracted lasers, what seems to happen is that people observe some kind of a phenomena. Everybody seems to be seeing the same thing, and it seems to be like a self-executing code of some sort. Kind of like in the Matrix.
Kind of like in the Matrix.
Well, the truth is we have no idea what it is. When I first saw the phenomenon, it was like, holy.
Danny has been recording people's reactions to his experiment for more than a year.
Oh my God, come on.
I can see through the wall, and it looks like code.
Everybody over there is doing some DMT. It'll kick in straight away, and then they're going to come back here and look at these lasers. Texting the CNN lawyer. I was like, now I'm here, I really want to do it. He says, I advise you not to do it. Boo. So it's a firm no on doing the drugs. So you're taking a psychedelic drug. Mm-hmm. Isn't it just a hallucination? Isn't it just the drug?
That's a good question. Let's say we grant it's all like, these are hallucinations. Usually it's a very large pool of things that you might be able to see. And it has an evolution. So clearly, as the drug metabolizes in your system, there's some arc to what's going on. With the code, it's not like that. It's literally like picking up an object and like, oh, it's just there. Like it's completely stable. It has space permanence. It's doing its own thing.
And are you seeing like numbers as characters?
You see, these characters look like combination of all kinds of languages. So the closest it looks like is kind of like Japanese or Hebrew, or some people report it as Sanskrit.
Eric Schuss has done this experiment before, and he sees the code. Can you just talk us through what you're seeing?
Well, what I'm seeing is when I'm looking at the laser, if there was a slit in the wall and there was behind it an infinite field, depending on how far in I'm looking, I can see some shapes. It looked very much like a combination of hardware, software, like and a circuit board, looked like a future technology of what would happen if you tried to create the holodeck.
Really important to protect this tiger habitat. We're on a mission discovering what it takes to help tiger populations thrive against all odds. We're here in the jungle in northwestern Thailand discovering how protecting tigers means protecting the entire ecosystem. But this is your only way to get evidence. Join me as we go on a journey, meeting the people helping to protect these magnificent creatures.
Mission Tiger, Sunday on CNN, in association with Be Grim.
There are amazing things that are happening all over the world, things that can make our lives better. That's the goal of my podcast, to try and find the secrets to a longer and happier and healthier life. And then we bring those secrets to you. Listen to Chasing Life wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Anna Stewart in the City of London, and this is CNN.
Just under a month to go until Taiwan's presidential election, a senior Taiwan security official says Beijing is ramping up its efforts to interfere in the contest. This as voters face a choice between the current ruling party and two opposition parties that favour China. Will Ripley explains.
From the Taiwan Strait to the South China Sea, saber rattling and rising U.S.-China tensions. Beijing says the U.S. Navy illegally intruded its territorial waters, mobilizing China's military to track an American warship near the hotly contested Spratly Islands, nearly 700 miles away from the Chinese coast. A People's Liberation Army statement says the U.S. deliberately disrupted the situation in the South China Sea. The U.S. Navy says the ship was conducting routine operations in international waters consistent with international law. Taiwan keeping a close eye on the latest regional standoff between two global superpowers. Beijing's expanding military exercises and persistent incursions setting the stage for a powder keg. Taiwan bracing for potential conflict, developing its first indigenous submarine, hoping to stop China from blockading the island. Taipei says Beijing is bolstering its military might on the sea, beefing up air bases, deploying drones and fighter jets near the island. A new report from Taiwan's defense ministry says the Chinese military uses realistic combat training and exercises to strengthen its preparedness against Taiwan. An island democracy China's communist rulers claim as their own territory despite never controlling it, even unveiling a blueprint plan for one day integrating Taiwan, all on the verge of what could be its most crucial presidential election ever. Three political parties battling for the hearts, minds, and votes of nearly 24 million Taiwanese. Last month, a nail-biting political showdown playing out live on screens across Taiwan. Rival leaders storming out, flinging accusations, the clock ticking toward a crucial registration deadline. Two opposition parties seen as friendly to China, failing to find common ground, paving the way for a three-way race. The ruling party, seen as tough on China, taking the lead in early presidential polls.
China policy will always be the single most important issue in Taiwan's presidential elections.
Taiwan's ruling party promotes peace through military strength, prioritizing partnership with the U.S. over economic opportunities across the strait. The opposition says voters are choosing between war and peace.
The mainland has always been a paradox for Taiwan. It's not only its biggest security threat, it's also its biggest economic partner.
A delicate, dangerous dance. The U.S., China, and Taiwan. The stakes could not be higher. Now, in addition to military shows of force like the late-night display that we saw on Friday night, a Taiwanese official speaking to CNN says that Beijing is also ramping up its push to interfere in next month's presidential election and encouraging operatives to do so in a more discreet manner so that they cannot be traced back to the mainland. Now, Beijing has long been accused by Taiwan of employing this three warfare strategy: public opinion warfare, psychological warfare, and legal warfare, in addition, of course, to the very real and looming threat of a military conflict. CNN reached out to China's Taiwan Affairs Office for comment. So far, no response. Will Ripley, CNN, Taipei.